Hello everybody. In the last video, Rosemary and I left the Canary Islands and headed out towards the Caribbean. We're now 1 week in, and this here is the video of the second week of our voyage to St Lucia. We think today's weather looks a bit British again. There's some hints of sun. It's a bit grey, isn't it, Rosemary?
It is. It is. It's really grey and it's raining on me gently as I sit here.
There's a bit of 3 AM squall action going on here. Somewhere between 25 and 35 knots. So I'm just sitting here keeping an eye on it. It's not too bad. Maybe it'll die down soon. No rain with it. It's just very, very, very windy. And it's been actually quite a good couple of days because we've had a lot more blue sky and a lot of nice lovely wind pushing us in the right direction. Lots of sitting on deck. Still not quite shorts weather though. Still a little bit chilly for that. So it's still long sleeve shirts and long trousers for us. But we think every day might be a shorts day. Who knows what tomorrow will bring. So just before the squall we also jibed, which we thought we'd just do in the dark because we were between squalls and it was quite a light wind between the squalls. So we thought, jibe now and head more in the right direction because the previous squall had spun us round and pointed us far too far south. So this course is quite good. Our speed is quite good at the moment, as you might expect. We're doing something like 6.5 to 7 knots. Even though we're reefed down. Rosemary's down trying to get some sleep below, and I'll be on watch for another few hours, and then hopefully dawn will come. And well, dawn will come, won't it? When dawn comes, it'd be lovely if it's a nice bright sunny day. It's 5 AM and here's another one. This one's got some rain in it, so I think I'm going to go and hide. It's been a very squally and therefore very busy night, and it looks like on the horizon behind us there's a line of squalls still to come. So our commitment this morning is to do nothing and just see how these squalls pan out. At the moment we're heading a little bit north of where the direction we probably want to be going in, but I think that's okay, and then we will jibe again at some point and head a little bit probably too far to the south of where we want to go, and that's the name of the game. I think we had a much lighter experience on our previous crossing 3 years ago, where if anything I guess we were plagued by having really not enough wind most of the time, but for some reason we managed to skip all the squalls and had a relatively slow but very peaceful downwind stroll to the Caribbean. And on this passage I think it's been very rare that the wind has been any less than 20 knots most of the day, and we've been running wing on wing with third reef in the main, so really quite well reefed down, but doing really good speeds for our boat size anyway. Really good boat speeds, somewhere around 6 knots on average, so making cracking progress in the right direction. But the price for it has been we really haven't been sitting around much in our shorts on deck. enjoying the sunshine and watching the flying fish, but that may yet be ahead of us. You have a complaint about my week prediction, since I said we would have divide the trip into 3 weeks, hectic week.
Well, it's certainly a hectic week.
Then we would have flying fish week, and then we'll have sargassum week. And now we should, by all accounts, have started on flying fish week and be finished with hectic week.
Yeah.
And how can you comment now upon that
We
prediction?
seem to have moved into ultra hectic week, and we have had a few flying fish, haven't we? But like, just not that many. Not that many, and nothing like last time where they were kind of jumping on the boat from all angles. We've seen a few, and that's it. So your predictions are looking really looking erroneous at the moment.
Sometimes hectic week gets extended though. By
Well,
popular,
at the minute, hectic week is being extended for the whole of the trip.
by popular demand. Because some people like speed, you know.
Yeah. Well, yeah, I mean, I have kind of just changed my mindset about this whole thing, and I've kind of gone, okay, well, if you're going to do this, then let's just go with the speed and we'll get there quickly, and that will be, we'll take this as a kind of racing win.
What do you think of this movie?
I think I've seen it before somewhere.
We've completed 10 days out here so far, and looking at the chart at the moment, we are slightly more than halfway, so we've just passed the halfway mark. It's probably the distance to St Lucia in the Caribbean is about 50 miles closer than if we decided to turn around and go back, which obviously we're not going to do. So that's a nice little milestone. I wouldn't say it's looking terribly tropical. It's cheered up a bit again from this morning, so feeling quite warm now, really. Still quite lumpy. Occasionally we get some nice blue skies. Today so far isn't one of those days. Down here, I haven't yet tidied up. There's a couple of flying fish on the deck. The wind speed at the moment is the ever seemingly permanent 20 knots downwind, and out here we have the crew. The crew is pretending they're not on a beach in a grey day in Scarborough and are actually in the tropics, and she's looking for whales because there's not a lot else going on out here. Every day she gets up and looks for whales. But things are looking pretty encouraging, and the forecast shows the wind's pretty much remaining like this. There's a slight dip possible if we go south, and just for a bit of relaxation, even though the route staying slightly north as we are would be faster, we might take a dip south just to have a couple of quiet days. We saw there was a ship on AIS 6 hours ago, a little blip, didn't get the name of it though, and it's the first sign of another ship that we've seen for at least 5 days. But we didn't get to see it in real life, so I don't know if it counts. Amazingly empty out here. Good morning. This is a beautiful dawn with lots of rain in it though. We really need to put more sail up. but we're going to wait for this to pass, see what it brings in terms of wind before we commit to that. It is a bit damp, but it is lovely. Today is the 15th of January and there's been a bit of a transformation in the weather. Kind of makes us both think, well, this is much more like it. At the moment there's too little wind, haha, finally. So we are making an excuse and we've got the engine on so we can recharge our batteries, which the solar hasn't really done very well in the kind of cloudy weather we've had so far on this trip. So we're taking advantage of running the engine, getting some speed up in these light winds, recharging the batteries.
Literally, not metaphorically.
What was that?
Literally, not metaphorically.
Literally, not metaphorically, recharging the batteries. And the other good indicator is I am now wearing shorts. I'm pleased to report that Rosemary is not. She's still dressed.
I have been thinking about today maybe shorts day.
I like the all in black, sea boots on, long trousers, just hedging our bets here.
Any chances, yeah.
I have fully committed to the more sunny lifestyle. Out this way somewhere, we saw that the rowing challenge, the world's toughest row, the whole fleet of those boats are out here. And quite astonishingly, they all started on the 14th or something, 14th or 15th of December. They've been at sea for a month. And we probably passed the tail end of the fleet overnight, say at about a 50-mile distance, but somewhere over the next few days we'll probably be into the fleet itself, and we may not see any because they're very, very tiny, and the ocean is very, very big, so although they look like there's lots of them, we may just weave between them, but we're going to keep a careful eye out for them. Just can't believe that anyone can actually do such a thing. Just boggles my mind. We're in a fairly small boat, but compared to what they're doing, both physically and space-wise, absolutely astonishing. So I kind of hope we do see someone so we can wave. But yeah, good luck to them. They're all headed for Antigua, so at some point our path to St Lucia crosses their path to Antigua. Admittedly, we're not going very fast. We're doing about 5 knots or so, but it is very, very peaceful. Probably the first peaceful afternoon we've had since we started. Out to port, about 7 miles away. Just got an AIS beacon very briefly from City of Liverpool, which is one of the rowing teams. Can't see them though. Good luck, people. Don't look now, but we're being followed by a massive rain cloud.
No, we're not.
Just don't look at it.
If I don't look at it, it's not there.
How do you feel about the weather, Rosemary?
Well, I was enjoying a sunny little spell there, and now we seem to have gone kind of full on Yorkshire again. Like, you know, I love Yorkshire as much as the next Yorkshire person, but hey.
Not out here, not now.
I was just enjoying a kind of little sunny, kind of sitting at the back of the boat, all this kind of like chipper with the world, sun glinting off the sea.
Oh, it was marvellous.
Yeah. Like, and then wham.
Morning. Look at this. Another lovely day of downwind sailing in the sunshine. What's all this mess, I hear you say? Something over here. And this cupboard on the port side is just really annoying us at night. It's a sound thing. Listen to this. Doesn't sound like much, does it? But trust me, when it's a quiet night and you're trying to sleep, that just sounds like the loudest thing on earth. It's something rubbing between, or this piece of wood is flexing against this piece of wood. So I'm going to try and make them become better friends. I press on it with my knees. Hey presto, it's cured. Well, I can't sleep like this. Is that it? I hope so. Look at this glorious day. It's been like this all day. Constant breeze play, nice speed, fairly small wave height, sunshine. Absolutely marvellous. The evening now looks a bit ominous in all directions, but it's kind of been threatening like this for an hour, but not actually done anything to us yet. Do you want the exciting news?
Yes.
There's another sailboat
Oh my god!
5 miles away.
Oh my god! Has it come to this? So
Best thing.
genuinely excited!
Best thing ever.
Something I can't even see, but it's out there!
Maybe hard to spot, but there they are. Sailing vessel Mimondo. They just had a chat with us on the radio. They're headed slightly north, we're headed slightly south. That's so cool to see another boat. Woo! It is raining, however, but it's quite a glorious view. If only we needed to catch rainwater, we'd be doing really well. We're debating two important things. One, we're about to be struck by this big wall of black. And two, is it time to eat the last apple on board? I don't think the two are connected.
It's apple and cheese would be nice, wouldn't it?
It would, but maybe we should save it for a few days. Can't believe we're actually running out of fruit. That's really...
I know.
That's typical British error, that is. I think there's every chance it's going to rain. If you look forwards though, avoid the black on the edge there. Look at that, looks lovely, doesn't it? Beautiful day. It's pretty sedate in here, but it's 30 knots out there. Let's have a look. Oh, the rain's coming in. Make it stop. Much nicer in here. Rosemary is finishing the last of the vache qui rit.
I think a lesson for another voyage is buy more vache qui rit. It's extremely good.
More vache qui rit, more apples. It's the 17th of January and it's day 14 of our Atlantic crossing, and today is a little disappointing. Look, this is what we've got. We've been oh, you can hear thunder in the background. Maybe you can, maybe you can't. Beautifully timed though, well done thunder. So we seem to be in a very large rain cloud, for want of a better word, and it's also stolen all the wind, so we have about 8 or 9 knots of wind at the moment, so we're barely moving, and with the waves we're lolling about more than we're moving. But I am hopeful that this will clear at some point. I can't quite see anything clearing yet, but hopefully it will clear, the rain will stop and the wind will get back to its usual business. Decided to jibe just as the wind decided to go from nothing to 25 knots. So that was a bit alarming, but we're over it now. On a new tack, making progress.
Seize the day. We have a brief minute of blue in between the kind of it chucking it down and looking a lot like Scarborough.
I can see your tan forming.
It's gorgeous at the minute, actually, isn't it?
There it is, isn't it? It looks very good on camera.
I'm headed to Jolly Harbour, Antigua.
Oh yeah, fantastic. Went to Jolly Harbour a few years ago. Brilliant spot.
Well, good luck, and I'll keep an eye out. This is Sailing Vessel Fate standing by on 16.
Wizard shipman.
Sorry, have I woken you up?
No chance.